Hi, Sat here. Welcome to my journey on trying to create a successful VR game. So this is the game that I'm working on. It's called Titan Attack on Town. Everything's working, work in progress, so everything can possibly change, including the name of the game. But before I go into what the game's about and all that kind of stuff, I want to talk about user interfaces. I saw a really good talk by MJ at More Kitties at Unite 2016, and MJ talked about how to create user interfaces for VR. Now VR is really new, it's brand new, it's fresh, and it means that we've hit the reset button on everything really, and we need to rethink what we're doing and question everything. And then one thing in particular that I didn't question was how to display information in VR. The obvious thing that I was going to do is have a health bar at the top, have a little mini map. From the talk that MJ gave, it's clear that that isn't really the right thing to do it, and there needs to be a lot more thought in it. And it's really good to hear that, and I'm really glad I saw that talk. So I'd recommend you take some time out and you watch that whole video, especially if if you're doing VR or augmented reality as well. So one thing I noticed, and I want to focus on in this video, is the reticle. The reticle in most games, including the last game that I made, was fixed to the screen. It wasn't moving at all, and that felt like, at the time, it felt like, okay, it makes sense. But MJ was talking about how you shouldn't really have anything fixed to the screen because it's just a bit unusual. You don't really have anything fixed to the screen. I mean, if I have glasses, I used to wear glasses, and when I wore glasses, I had a speck of dust on my glasses. I always needed to take it off and wipe it. And in some ways, the reticle the dot not moving, is a bit like having a speck of dust on your glasses at the end that you just want to wipe. So there should be a slight slurp to that, which makes sense. So I've got a slight slurp moving here, as you can see. Now I don't know if that's too much or too little. I made a lot of assumptions here, and so I'm hoping I can get some feedback from MJ if she has time. I've also got again a really slight slurp movement here. As you can see, it moving away from the mouse cursor on the right hand side, right hand image. So I'm hoping that's enough as well for that. But again, I don't know. It's something that I need to see and test out. I've also got this helmet, this riding helmet, and I left that in as a fixed position because I wanted it to be something, a bit of a focal point. So when people are moving along with the horse, just to kind of remove VR sickness, so you don't feel too queasy. I don't want there to be too much movement. So I'm interested to know if there's a balance between movement on interfaces and things that are close to you, as well as trying to make things less static to keep that feeling of presence. But I think that's something I'm playing around with, and I'll if I get some more information on that, and if I learn new things while I'm playing around with it, I'll let you know. And if MJ gives a thumbs up to this particular reticle movement here, slurping, and whether it's enough or too much or too little, maybe I'll release the source code for this. I used Google VR, so it's pretty easy. It would definitely work on Cardboard. I think it would work on Daydream as well if they have if they use VR. But yeah, that's the end of this video. As you can see, there's a Titan coming into scene, so I'll stop there. It's good timing for me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something, and I'll let you know how things go. Take care.